Hey guys, how you doing? Today we're going to be looking at this fitness tracker by Tiger HU. So this fitness tracker is a Chinese product and it says it records your steps, your calories, it can set up reminders, push SMS content to the watch, shows the caller ID from your phone, has touch control, has a sleep mode, has gesture control, charges from a USB and has an OLED display. So the smart bracelet comes in this rather sleek looking box. And on the front it suggests that it will work with Android and Apple phones. And on the back it suggests that you need Android 4.3 or above or iOS 8 or above. So opening up the box and we can see that the contents are pretty sparse. We have a small manual here and opening up we can see on one side it contains English instructions and when I reverse it over onto the other side it contains Chinese instructions. The only other item in the box is the smart bracelet itself. Now the bracelet itself is formed of two parts. One part is the fitness tracker itself, which can detach and you can then plug it into your computer using a USB device to charge it. And the second part is the strap, which is made from injection molded rubber. Now the strap itself is fairly sturdy. There are 12 holes on it and these in turn can be paired up with the two pins on the opposite side of the strap to make the strap complete. This then means the strap can go from anywhere between 1.5 inches in diameter all the way up to 2.5 inches in diameter. So it will fit the smallest of wrists all the way up to the largest. And you also barely notice the fitness tracker is on your wrist because it weighs just 19 grams. Now the first thing you'll need to do after charging the device is to go onto the Google Play Store or the App Store and search for the app which is compatible with this fitness tracker. Now that's called Zerona. And you can see me typing it in here. It comes up with a small blue icon and you should then be able to download it and install it to your device. And then once the app has downloaded, open it up and we need to go into the device connection section. We also need to make sure that the fitness tracker is turned on and that Bluetooth is activated. If it's not, then just long hold the diamond button on the fitness tracker and it should turn on the Bluetooth. And then we go back into the device connection setting on the app and click search for device. Now on mine there the Bluetooth wasn't connected initially, so I've long held the diamond button and then search for device again and we can see it pops up. Then we just click on the device and it should pair it with your mobile phone. Now that's pretty much all there is to setting the device up. A quick check on the wristband and we can see that the Bluetooth symbol is now illuminated, which means the device is connected and the time should auto update. Next we can have a look at the device settings and here we can set the number of steps that we need to achieve in a day, set an alarm to remind us how long we've been sat down for, create alarms that will actually go off on the wristwatch, decide whether or not we want to use 24-hour or 12-hour clocks, set the unit from English to something else. We can turn the device off on an auto sleep section, palming gestures can be used to turn the device back on and we also have a reminding light. The next cool setting that we can access is push notifications. Now the first time you do this you will have to set up admin rights to push notifications. That's easy to do, just press OK and then just put a tick in the box next to Zerona and it should take you back to the app. And now we can set up which SMS application we want to use to send push notifications to the wristwatch. We can notify on messages, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp and Skype. And then what these will effectively do is every time you get a message on one of those apps or through SMS, the fitness tracker will vibrate and display an alert on the screen. And the very last thing I would suggest you do is just click on the upgrade section on the menu. This will then give you two options. One to check whether or not the app is up to date and the second one to check whether or not the firmware on the smart bracelet is up to date. Now back on the home screen of the app you can hit on the refresh button, which is the circles with the 2 arrows on, and that should update the time on the smart bracelet. And then the rest of the app is pretty self-explanatory. However, you can hit that refresh button whenever you want to transfer the data from the smart bracelet back to the phone. Now there are 4 screens on the smart bracelet. The first one displays the time, the second one the number of steps you've taken in the day, the third one the distance you've travelled, and the last one the number of calories you've burnt. Now one thing you'll need to be aware of if you want to use the bracelet to track your sleep is to how to get it into sleep mode. Now you do this by long holding the diamond button on the smart bracelet until you feel 2 vibration and then the small bed icon should appear on the bracelet which indicates that you're now in sleep mode. To take it out of sleep mode then you do exactly the same. Long hold the diamond button until you feel it vibrate in your hand twice and it should go back to normal mode. Now you need to be aware that this button is quite hard to press, and you do need to put a fair amount of pressure on it in order to maintain the pressure on the button for those 2 vibrations. If for some reason the smart bracelet messes up on you, then you can long hold the button for 3 vibrations and it will reset the entire thing. Charging the device is simply a case of removing the bracelet from your wrist and then removing the electronics component from the top by removing the bracelet from the electronics section using the 2 pins. That will then reveal the USB section, and you can plug that into a USB port with at least 5 volts and 1 amp, and it will charge the device. One final thing to note is that the device is not waterproof, so please don't wear it in the shower or when you're swimming. So after a couple of weeks of use, I have to say that I'm happy with the way that this fitness tracker works. I've owned a couple of other fitness trackers in the past, and this one by far outweighs the others. The biggest improvement is the app, as the others were just awful. My wife also owns a Fitbit, and this fitness tracker does a good job at being almost as accurate as hers. That being said, there's no tracker that's truly accurate, and you must invest some time in the settings in the app to ensure that your height and weight are accurate. The tracker has held its charge well, and notifications are instant when I've received mail or calls. Overall, I'm pleased and would recommend it to someone looking for a budget tracker. If you're interested in buying the T5 Tiger fitness tracker, then click here on the video and you can make your purchase. Well, that's it for now, guys. As always, thanks for watching. I hope in some way the video has helped you in making a decision on whether to purchase or not. And if that is the case, then it does help me out if you leave a like or a thumbs up. And remember, if you're watching this on YouTube, then you can subscribe for more review videos.